Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm coming to you today with an Armada build using Ryan Kingston's Fleet Builder, and today I'm going to be looking at a Wave 6 build using the newly powerful and popular Star Destroyer Avenger Title. So we're going to start off adding an ISD, and then for this one we're going to try to be a first player. You can go either ISD, but I'm going to go with an ISD 1, and I'm going to add the Avenger title to it, and I'm going to add boarding troopers. And the idea here is that you activate first, you hit somebody, knock out all 4 of their defense tokens, and attack them. You need to be first player here so that you can move this ship. This ship is pretty mobile at speed 3. You get into close range to somebody, and then act first, so you can go first player, knock out all their stuff, and go for it. One of the things we are going to want in this build as well is some Gazantes, specifically so we can, I don't want that one, I want this right here, I want CommsNet, so you can pass tokens. So just in case you get hit with slicer tools or something like that, you're always going to be able to have the squadron token on him available, so you'll always have that just in case. It's a little extra insurance. Next thing we want, I'm going to do another Gazanti, so we're going to have 2 Gazantes. We want a lot of activations in this build. And then I'm going to add some new Wave 6 stuff too. I'm going to add a couple of Raiders. Let's toss in 2 Raiders here, and there we go. So I'm now going to give them each external racks. So they are now way more formidable, and they pack a lot more punch. And since we're going to try and be first player anyway, we've definitely got some options here. So now this gives us 260 points. I'm going to put some squadrons out there. I'm going to go with, there's a couple of options you could go. If you're going to go with Sloan as your commander, you can just throw out ties, but I'm going to go with Vader as my commander. There's definitely a couple different ways to do this. I think Sloan is a great option for this one, but I'm going to do the Vader version of this one. And the basic difference here would be you would just swap in, Sloan and go more or less just basic TIE fighters. You'd get a lot more activation or a lot more squadrons out of that. But I'm going with Vader. So since I'm going with Vader, I don't need leading shots here. So what I'll do is I'm going to just put Spinal Armament on here, so I get at least the 4 red dice, so the long range I still have those shots. And I'm going to put Minister Tua, since Vader's going to be my commander here. I'm going to put Minister Tua on this one, and that will give me ECM as well. So this way I don't necessarily get taken out quite so easily. Now we're running close to our point limit here. Now there's a couple of things we can do. We can add more squadrons than just 4, or we can add a whole nother ship. So you might want to add another Gazanti at this point. That gives you 395. Now this may not be enough initiative if you really want to go first player. So one of the things you can do is go with cheaper squadrons, maybe 1 less Lambda perhaps, and then maybe a TIE fighter in place. That might do it. 388. That's actually a little bit better. So here you go. Now we've got our really, really powerful, will one-shot anything Avenger here, and our potentially powerful, potentially one-shot anything Raiders. And there's a lot of different ways to swap this out. Normally people will run Ordnance Experts here, and I think that's usually great. But since I have Vader, I don't have to. If I was going Sloan, though, she's a little cheaper, I would definitely put Ordnance Experts on the Raider. But then if we were going Sloan, I'd also have to add Overload Pulse to this guy. So now for objectives, we don't have gunnery teams, so I would definitely want advanced gunnery. That would be a good one here. Although, honestly, we could potentially go opening salvo, too, because we got how many? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships, even though the Gazantes may die before they can shoot. That's always a possibility. But yes, so now for... Normally, I always like firing lanes, but the idea here is I want them going to a certain place. So firing lanes is still pretty good, but I'm going to be moving fast. I'm not going to slow roll this build. So let's see. Capture the VIP actually would be pretty good because I could just have one of the Gazantes pick that up and fly away. And they're going to be doing stuff through relay anyway. And then here, this is a tough one. I don't know. I think minefields might be more detrimental to me, although I do have the That's one of the things too, is that I've got enough strategic that I can move objective tokens around. So salvage run could potentially work. And I've got a little bit of deployment. I think salvage run would be no. I think superior positions might be good. Yeah, I don't think I'm. You're going to be first player anyway, so we'll go with superior positions. I want to make sure that this guy's I'm lined up to be able to shoot at the other ships. Solar Corona might even be better than that case, but we'll go with superior positions for this one. I don't think the objectives have that big of a deal here because the whole point of this build is you're making sure you have the initiative bid. I mean, heck, you drop a Gazanti if you had to and add some more squadrons. That would give you still a good number of ship activations, but this is the build. Let me know what you think. Apparently, ISD Avengers now all the rage. I don't know if it's still my favorite, but it's definitely worth flying. I think it could be a lot of fun, especially to punch through a really, really tough ship in a single turn. So that is the build. It does require a little bit of luck, but Vader you have your rerolls. So, as long as you don't roll your black dice blank twice, you should be all right. You should be able to take out most anything. I think your hardest bet here would be to take out a Liberty MC-80 from the front with full shields, and then you'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice, and you'd need a couple of double hits on there. So you could probably still do it, but that would require a little bit of luck. So you want to try to get a side shot if you can, but that would be like the hardest one to one shot from full health to nothing. But it's still doable. Let me know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.